Hello, this is a preview of the 25th of July antique sale at Burstow in Hewett. There's so much to have a look through today. I've been looking around the sale room, I've just been cataloguing all this week, and there's masses to look at. It's so interesting, it's well worth a browse through on the website, but we'll have a quick walk round and I'll show you the things that stand out to me that are interesting. Starting with one of my favourite things from the sale this time, which is this hooded clock, which is a nice early brass clock by Robert Fleetwood of London with a postman's alarm movement, and it all looks really nice and original in its original lacquered and gilded case as well, with that lovely brass dial there, and it's all really untouched, which is exactly how people want to buy them. It's come from a local house clearance. It was a probate job. There's a few clocks from the same house and lots of interesting things from, it was a really interesting clearance, that one. So that's from this house. Estimate on that one is, I think it's between 500 and 1,000, but I think that could be one that does really well. There's another nice one I'll show you in a second. But in the corner here we've got all sorts of other things, more clocks, lovely French bronze and porcelain clock here, sort of 300 to 500 or so for that one. Some beautiful crystal this time as well. Not always the easiest thing to sell, and you know, a whole load like that, look at that. So 4 beautiful decanters and all those champagne glasses, and I think we're looking at about £100 for the whole lot, which is amazing, isn't it? Look at those champagne glasses. Seems no money at all, does it? So get buying, they're well worth going for. These are Baccarat crystal, very good quality, fairly modern these, but there are 6 of each of those, and a decanter as well. That's Baccarat. This would cost you so many hundreds of pounds if you wanted to buy that lot. Again, it's about £100 estimate. And all this lot is all Webb's crystal. So that's one suite there, one suite of glasses. It's all hand cut, very good quality glasses. I mean, really, I like having really good quality glasses on your dining table. It really makes a difference if you have those. There's probably we're going to be aiming at a couple of hundred or so for that lot. And this set in the corner here is St. Louis crystal, a Harlequin set, so all different colours, but all immaculate condition as well. That's a nice little set there. Let's have a look on the front here. There's so many things to look at, it's hard to think of what to single out really. There's another clock from the same probate collection, which is by Thomas Barrett of Lewis, an early lantern clock there. And if we look inside that, it's an interesting one to see what it looks like. Lots of very early looking brass cogs in there, very basic sort of mechanism. It's interesting, isn't it? And that sits up on a wall bracket, just a single hand on that. These are just 20th century copies of an early lantern clock, but that's a good early one there. There's beautiful Meissen cabinet cups here, incredibly detailed paintings on these panels, and the gilding is absolutely immaculate, all hand painted. These are in separately in sort of £100 each estimates. Nice early miniatures here with Oliver Cromwell, a little silver medallion there set in the frame, that's interesting. And then moving on down here, in cabinets, what else have we got? Got some antiquities this time. That's a carved basalt Shabti figure, and that's a limestone head, all ancient Egyptian things there. And then moving on down here, I love this. This is quite modern, but it's by Daniel van der Putten, who is still a living artist. But look at the detail on that painting. It's an oil painting on a wood panel. We had a couple of paintings by this artist, sale before last, estimated I think then at 300 to 500, and I think they both made nearly £2,000. So, but you can see why, they're incredibly detailed things. Pens as well, I've got a whole collection, probably about 60 or 70 really good modern pens this time, all from a local private estate. That one is a Conway Stewart, absolutely immaculate in its original box as well. I don't think it's ever been used. This one is a Winston Churchill Conway Stewart, and it even has a cigar in the box there as well. There's a cigar in that one. I think that's completely unused. Isn't that lovely? It's a limited edition, would have been hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Some beautiful antique glasses in this time, again from a deceased estate. Lots of these antique 18th century milk and air twist stems. This is lovely. That glass with a steam locomotive engraved into it. All in to sell without reserve, all this collection of glassware. Very interesting mid-century sculpture here. This is iron, so it's welded iron, and unfortunately it's not signed. It has the remnants of its original label from a London gallery from the 1950s, where its title is A Cloaked Rider, so we know it's British, but other than that we don't know who it's by. That's a very good quality sculpture there. Anything else along here? Lots of things here. Carltonware Guinness table lamp with its original rotating shade. It's powered by the heat of the light bulb. They're popular things, don't see those very often. But a whole collection of paintings, again from a private deceased estate, and all would have been thousands of pounds to buy new, but there's some wonderful paintings. If you have a look at this one here, this is by Peter Newcomb. Bright colouring on that oil painting there, and that's, we think, sort of 500 to 800 or so for that one, but there's lots of very good oil paintings and watercolours here, all from the same house, all very detailed. And we'll move on along the tables here. It's all being set up at the moment, so it's not quite ready. There's still things to be put in place. Got a really good collection of luxury watches this time as well. Some good Rolex, some real bling here as well. Look at that diamond encrusted Rolex there. There's another diamond Rolex with a black dial. There's an Omega DeVille, which is immaculate condition there, and a Bell and Ross. And there's quite a few more than that as well in this lot. So we have a section of probably about 80 lots of clocks and watches this time, more than we've had for years, I should think, but such an interesting group, ranging from luxury modern watches all the way through to the hooded clock, the lantern clock, some really nice early long cases as well up there. So well worth a look through. There's a whole section in the catalogue of just watches. Some nice jewellery as usual. There's always good jewellery here. Best piece out of this lot probably being this one here, which is a 1.24 carat solitaire diamond. Lovely bright stone there as well. I think we're reckoning on sort of 1,500 to 2,000 for that one. And this baguette diamond rings, about a carat of diamonds in that one. So plenty of bright and shiny things to have a look through. More in the cabinets here. There's always interesting things in these cabinets. Actually, I like this. This is a rare thing. This is an SOE Agent's escape compass. So it's meant to go in your lapel there, and it should be painted over, and then if they needed to escape, they could just scratch off the paint and it revealed the compass underneath. But they do come up for sale occasionally, but hardly ever. I have seen one more of those, but that's very interesting. What else have we got? Lots of tortoiseshell boxes, little Lalique crystal box in the front there. And over here, some more interesting things. Actually, this again is from a house we cleared. A little group of antiquities. Look at these ancient glass perfume bottles. And the most interesting thing about these is that they've got the original export documents from 1937. Look at that. So that relates to the glass tear bottle long neck, which is that one there. Another glass tear bottle, which is that one there. So we've got 4 things in one lot here. Miniature black on red Iron Age jug, which is that one there, 700 BC. And we're selling that all as a one collection with the documents from nearly 100 years ago. Isn't that wonderful? And from the same house, we've got these antiquities as well, which are all ancient Egyptian. A little faience amulet. It has the little holes there where it was tied on string to tie them to the mummy, and these sort of ankh crosses and scarabs and Ushabti figures. So that's all one lot there that was brought back in 1935 from Egypt. Look at that, still in the same box there. We found in a drawer in the bedroom in the house. Some nice medals. That's a First World War military cross. These were hardly ever named, these, or never named, I don't think. This one has no year or name, so we don't know who it was given to, but it was in the First World War, so some huge act of bravery for that one. That's in a little group of medals. I think this is a lovely lot to look through. These are all little silver badges, and in there is a Mickey Mouse that's by Charles Horner, who is best known for his sort of peacock enamel hat pins and brooches and that sort of jewellery. But he also did Mickey Mouse brooches. And that's very nice as well. That's a little, probably a Swiss hand-painted enamel brooch in the form of a postage stamp. Isn't that nice on silver? That's all one lot there. Estimate sort of 100 to 150 for the collection. There's lots and lots of interesting boxfuls. More pens here. It's a cabinet full of pens. Mont Blanc down here. And again, all in new condition. And I'm sure quite a few in here that would have been hundreds and hundreds of pounds to buy new. That's a fascinating lot there. And we'll just have a quick look around the corner here. Masses up here as well. We've got more clocks and troika. Pottery in there. And weapons. All these weapons are with deactivation certificates, so they're quite legal to sell those. And then up here, there's some more interesting things. This came from a local house. So this one is a watercolour, but the frame was carved in 1854, which was the year of the Charge of the Light Brigade. So that was done to commemorate the Charge of the Light Brigade there. And there's a label on the back to say that. It hasn't been out of that frame for 100 years, I shouldn't think. Interesting, isn't it? An old boat tiller there with a dog's head handle. A beautiful American stagecoach trunk here. Isn't that really wonderful shape? All these metal mounts, and inside it, look at the inside of that, with compartments in here, and these labels are from Denver, Colorado. Magnificent, isn't it? A little compartment inside the lid there as well. It's not in good condition, sort of late 19th century trunk. Should be 200 or 300 at least for that one. And we've got more clocks up here, a Chester brass long case, and a London 8-day long case. And we've got microscopes and Tunbridge ware and lots of boxes and walking sticks and bronzes. There's so much to look through. Look at that Japanese ivory handled stick there with faces, and it's signed on the neck there as well. That beautifully carved. And that's late 19th century, and it is ivory. And unfortunately, in the next few months, will become illegal to sell it, which would be a great loss. But, and then we've got furniture. So quite a few lots of furniture here this time, but the whole lot is photographed on the website. So the sale is next Wednesday. Viewing is on Monday from 9 till 5, and on Tuesday from 9 till 7, and on the morning of the sale on Wednesday. So you can come along to the sale from 9 and have a look round, and the sale doesn't start till 10, so you've got an hour to look round before the sale starts. But the best way to look is to have a scan through on the website now, and you can see it all there, multiple photographs of everything, and it's a really interesting lot to have a look through, so hopefully you can find something. Thank you very much.